Alright guys, we are back once again. This is Neurointegrate. Alongside with me is Vendetta, and we'll be going live with Overpass, the second map between Hellraisers and Titan, and actually we are already getting into the knife round, so perfect timing, and we'll be switching to the in-game overlay. So Vendetta, are you here with me? Are you ready for map number 2?
I'm ready.
Alright, I am ready too, and there we go, Hellraisers versus Titan. This is the map that Hellraisers picked and Titan lost, Inferno 11-16. So not looking good for them, so they will want to win everything that's possible. So that knife round would be a good start for them. However, Hellraisers with a man advantage right now. 2 men, 3, and there we go. They take it after all, so they'll stay on the CT side most probably.
Yeah, not surprising that they're going to opt for the CT side on Overpass. So, yeah, as you mentioned, Titan lost their own map pick in Inferno, but I'd say normally Inferno is a better map for Hellraisers than Overpass is, which is weird seeing how Overpass was their map pick and not Inferno. But, you know, looking at how they played at Star Ladder, this map when they played versus Gamers 2, that was a very lackluster game from Hellraisers. Sure, they didn't have Doja, and Doja seemed to be a pretty... Yeah, it seemed to be a pretty big difference maker on Inferno, but I don't know. I still don't want to wipe Titan out of this completely.
Oh yeah, definitely. You can never count any team out at any point, and especially right now. There's ESEL, ESEA, ESL, ESEA. That's right. Playoffs going on right now, and the underdog teams are winning over and over again. So that's the thing. You can never count Titan out right here. There we go. The bomb is already planted, but RPK in a 1-on-5 cannot hit anyone in the head, but still finds 2 frags. Doja is down to 3 points of health. It's always doable, and he finds yet another frag. Is gonna go for the jump first, but he's down to 1 point of health, and it's already over. But man, puts up a good job with a triple kill.
Yeah, solid effort from RPK. Not going to win them the round still, but, you know, gets a couple of extra bucks in his pocket to work with for the next couple of rounds. You can see he's in 3,500 now. And they do get the bomb plant, and that's probably the biggest thing. And actually, I'm kind of surprised to see that they're forcing up right now, because they easily could have gone for that 3rd round buy instead of having to wait for that 4th round, and that could catch Hellraisers off guard.
So let's see. Kenny, Apex and RPK with Tech 9s. 2 more P250s. Of course, they'll be looking for the headshots. There we go. Apex doesn't manage to connect for too much damage. Only deals 38. And he goes down to 19. So it's not looking perfect for Titan. RPK tries to spray it down through the pipe. Hits Doja. But it's only slivers of damage dealt to everyone all over the place. But Titan, they need a frag, they need a solid advantage, they need to pick up a weapon, but as you said, you can still surprise.
Yeah, right now they might fall for basically the mini stack that Hellraisers has going towards that A bomb site. And it's already hard enough to actually take this bomb site with weapons and grenades, but with an additional stack from Hellraisers too, this is going to be extremely hard for them. Ooh, that free fire from Apex.
Beautifully played. He gets that 1 headshot, he gets the frag that I was talking about, but now jumps up the box, and that was the right call. However, 2 people were there instead of just 1. That could have been an easy free frag, but it didn't happen. RPK now the last man standing, 1 up against 4. Let's see if he can at least find 1 headshot, gets Angel, and he will be looking for more. Mao is down to 12 points of health, but after all has to go down to running and spraying Adren. They didn't even get the bomb plant, but still made it cost Hellraisers a bit with those 2 frags.
Yeah, they got a couple of frags, but I still think it's not worthwhile the investment that they put into it, given how they didn't get the bomb. And you know, you could potentially be looking at a Byron now if Titan just opts to go for clean eco in that 2nd round, and well, given the weaponry on Hellraiser's end, I don't really think it was worthwhile for Titan. I think they would have been better off just buying in this round.
Alright, so there we go. Apex is gonna go down very shortly, actually. Stays alive with 22 points of health. Bao is still shooting out with them, but Kenny S joins and doesn't really want to die. And now finally finishes the frag off. and Maniac also died in the process. Existence is down to 9 points of health, but he managed to pick up that UMP and transfers it over to RPK, so finally someone thinks about it. Because sometimes there's weird things going on, like people playing with a Tech-9 without a Kevlar while the rest of the team has the Kevlar. Sometimes people with very low health, they decide to stick with the weapon when everyone is on full health all around the place. But Mao comes in with a backstab and nothing matters anymore. However, Kenny's at least gets a bomb plant, and that's something for Titan. So they will have some money to play with in that round number 4.
Pretty straightforward for Hellraiser. Is a solid anti-eco. Not really much more to be said about it, and this is going to be the big tell really of the round, and hopefully Titan can get off to a bit of a better start than what they did on Inferno. They do have the op on Kenny, they do have plenty of nades to work with, so, you know, it's all there for them to make something happen.
Alright, so now, there we go. Mao still playing with a FAMAS, so the AWPer of Hellraisers is not really playing with an AWP, while on the other hand, Kenny S is already looking for some entry picks. A little bit of team damage from Titan, it won't really matter on the long run. What? Let's see where they're gonna go, because Existence is still around the T spawn, not really going anywhere. And they decide to push bomb site A after all. And there's 4v4 right there, as you can see. 4 people from Hellraisers, 3 in toilet areas, Mao on long, and Existence with an entry frag that might help a lot, and he finds another one right after reloading. He manages to get the headshot. Oh, Apex with a very bad spray, but manages to correct himself, and that's a 5-2 in favor of Titan. And can they still lose it? Dosh and Adren coming in with frags, but now Adren the last man standing. However, Apex down to 16, Existence down to 21, so only one shot to kill both of these guys. RPK though with a flank, and that's 3-1, and Titan managed to win a round. But they lose that AWP, so a little bit of economical damage to them after all too.
Yeah, and that could have been a really awkward round for Titan, seeing how, as you said, the Hellraisers decided to push aggressively with 4 people on that A bomb site, but Existence picking up those 2 first frags just depletes everything from Hellraisers, and you see that they have to fall back. That's how Mao gets caught off guard by Apex, and from there on out it's a pretty easy round for Titan to grab a hold of. So I don't think we're going to see that type of aggression coming out from Hellraisers too many times.
Well, now RPK drops down to 42 points of health right after the beginning of the round. But man, Angel with that spray through the wood manages to get the headshot on Existence. Lost a little bit of health, but he didn't chicken out. He just pulled the trigger and shot back. Got the frag. That's a solid advantage for Hellraisers right at the beginning too.
Yeah, and Titan go back to something similar to what they did in the previous round. Obviously minus Existence, which is just having RPK be the sole guy towards the B bomb site, lurking about, and having the 3 remaining players on Titan search for opening picks towards A.
Ah, there we go. Dosha gets aggressive, gets the frag on RPK. Kucho also finds Kenny as the bomb gets dropped. That's a lot of info for Hellraisers, and now Maniac, the last man standing, will have to look for 4 frags, at least 3 here on bomb site A, and the bomb plant to try and win the round, but he just goes down to the first man he spots. That was Mao with the AWP frag.
Yeah, and a nice and clean round from Hellraisers, just getting picks here and there, just slowly weakening the side of Titan, and well, now Titan find themselves in that awkward situation where they have to eco again. The only reason Existence is bought up is because he can do so, because he had a bit of a bank, he can equalize the money. Kenny's is still on less money than Existence after buying out.
So in Titan you have 4 pistols and 1 rifle. In the line of Hellraisers you have 4 rifles and 1 SMG. So let's see if Angel will be able to get the frags, or will he just fall to the Tech-9s or the AK. Give a weapon back to Titan. It's still not looking so very bad for the T lineup. Having Kevlars and Tech-9s is always dangerous. Alright, Angel peeks out at the right moment. Only manages to get 1, but got so much info. Got intel on 3 people, and that will help his team a lot.
The big thing for, I guess the positive thing for Titan is one, they get the trade frag, and it was Apex to go down, and he was the only guy on that team that didn't buy anything that round. Like, he didn't have armor or anything of use. So that's a bit of a plus for Titan. You know, Hellraisers might be expecting a really awkward buy coming in for them and not be expecting the head armor.
Yeah, and what is weird, no one even got hit once, other than just Apex. But now the frags go the way of Hellraisers. Dosha! Wow, Kenny has just walked right into his crosshair with the head, so it was not hard at all for him to get that frag. Maniac down to 2 points of health. He has to fall at some point. And that's 5-1 in favor of Hellraisers.
Yeah. Well, eco investment didn't work out for Titan, and so far it's starting to look like Inferno.
Yeah,
pretty
definitely.
much. And I'm not really sure what's going on right now. There's a lot of weird buys. I mean, RPK buys have been AK this time around because they had to double eco because Kenya's was so low on money, and they probably want the op kitted out on him. But I don't really see the point of RPK just picking up an AK just to drop it for Apex. That doesn't really make sense to me. But maybe, you know, with some good luck, they can make something out of this and make it worthwhile. If they can get a bomb plant, then it's perfectly fine.
Yeah, that is a very questionable play, but still that makes me glad what Titan does. They think RPK transferred over that weapon to a guy that had Kevlar, and it very much makes sense. And Maniac gets an entry frag. He might be looking for a weapon, but now he drops an RPK is looking for a spray. Why? He's flashbanged, finally peeks him out, gets one frag, but Adren repeats and gets 2. Now Angel with the backstab, still with that MP9, doesn't care about anything, gets 1 frag, then gets punished, but that sets up Dosha for the last one for the finisher.
Yeah, and normally you'd say that, you know, them getting 3 frags is great and all, with what is more or less an eco round from Titan, but them not getting the bomb plant, it still makes it a bit of a failed round because the money situation on Hellraisers is so good right now, so those 3 deaths not going to have the biggest of impacts at all.
Alright, so there we go. This time the bomb still doesn't really go anywhere. We have to wait a little bit more to decide where Titan want to go. RPK goes down to the shot we didn't see in the stream. Sorry for that. Was looking at the map, but Mouse still opens it up for Hellraisers. Maniac, though, with an answer. Makes it a little bit better for Titan, and they'll be looking for some more rounds. And it's just round number 8, so it's still pretty early into the map. Titan can still get a little bit. Of course, it's a CT-sided one, so they don't need a lot. But, as you said, it's starting to look a little bit like Inferno. So if once again Hellraisers just roll over them, it will not be good. And Kenny 007 right now.
And not having the one at impact and not having the same impact he normally has on games for Titan.
Yeah, and with the money they have, he has not really been able to pick up the AWP too many times. Existence and Apex to find the entries though, and it's really okay if Kenny's doesn't get any frags and when the rest of the team manages to put up. But it's worse when the rest of the team is not doing well and he's also not able to find a single frag, and now Dosha to shut him down. Come on, take a look at that. Actually, Dosha missed a couple of shots before killing him, so that's a little bit surprising. He could have gone for a stealthy defuse right there. Nope, the bomb is planted for Existence and Maniac, but he can still try to find some more frags. But Apex surprises him, and that's 6-2. Titan with a round, finally.
Yeah, finally. And now they don't have to, you know, the biggest thing for them is not falling into the trap of just losing the following round instantly, because that's going to send them back to ecoing once again.
Yeah, that's the danger always when you're losing so many rounds in a row, then win one, and then you have to get sweaty to win another. To string the rounds together. A little bit of a missed smoke by Angel right there. Kenny with an op. While on the other hand we have Kucha with a UMP. That's also not looking too great.
And it's pretty aggressive setup actually from Hellraisers. They did it. This is a 4-man stack for A from Hellraisers, and it's kind of weird to see them do it again. And that's a really nice pick from Maniac.
With a beautiful one, and then there's another guy to fall back from there, but Mao to back him up. And he'll find the frag, and Existence actually no, leaves him on only 4 points of health, doesn't manage to finish it off, and then Kucha to lurk in to try and look for something, but there's Kenny, yes, with the AWP, finally gets his first frag off the map, and it is a 4-on-3, so looking good for Titan. However, Existence down to 4 points of health, as already mentioned, and Maniac loses a little bit of that too, so it's dangerous.
Titan pretty heavily tagged up, but they've figured out that Angel is roaming around back from long, and Mao is already on that A bomb site, so that allows them to actually rotate over towards B. Now they only have to deal with Doja, but Doja's been a pretty big beast so far.
Yeah, definitely. He's looking to put up a great performance in Overpass 2. Gets one frag here on bomb side B, and well, lets his team rotate in, then finishes off Existence, and the bomb is going to get defused. So as we said, as we mentioned, there's always that danger of losing the upcoming round, and then your economy gets crashed. At least Titan managed to plant the bomb, so it's not looking so bad, but it's also not looking good at all.
Yeah, that's really the saving grace, and that's what allows them to actually pick up a couple of AKs here. And I think their thought process right now is the fact that they've put some damage into Hellraisers, and if they're able to win this round, they could potentially break their economy, and that's their best shot at getting back into this game. But again, like, Hellraisers are like willfully stacking people towards that A bomb site. Now they're going to fall off with Mo and Nadren, leaving only Kucha there. So Kucha actually might get caught out here by Kenny.
No, but it's actually Kenny who gets caught off guard, and Apex is also gonna fall. At least leaves Kucha at 5 points of health, so he's in range of being killed by anyone, but still manages to pick up 2 frags, and he already did his job in this round. RPK going for the one-tap set first, then tries to spray it down a little bit, but still doesn't manage to deal a lot of damage, and drops down to 7 himself.
And again, like, identical scenario to what we saw on Inferno. Aggression from Hellraisers playing off extremely well, and all of a sudden Titan are left in a really awkward situation with not that many people to do anything with it.
Still is alive, still found yet another frag before finally going down. This man, 3 kills, being surrounded by enemies, then down to 5 points of health, and RPK, now the last man standing, doesn't even manages to pick up a weapon, but doesn't manage to pull it out and take a shot. So Hellraisers find round number 8, and it's indeed beginning to look like Inferno.
Yeah, right now Titan are just completely lost. They're having 0 impact from Kenny at all. It's just kind of wandering around, kind of donating $300 to the opponents every single round, and that's something you normally don't see. And once again, just like on Inferno, Titan decide to have a bit of a tactical timeout and one of their eco rounds.
Yeah, so let's wait it out and let's see what they can put up in the round number 12. But it's already looking like 9-2 in favor of Hellraisers. Then, if it doesn't work out yet again, as it didn't on Inferno, Hellraisers looking extremely confident walking into that overpass. What is the standard scoreline on the CT side of overpass for you? What do you think it would be?
Yeah, I think it varies heavily depending on the matchups, but I think it should be very doable for most teams to get at least 5 to 6 rounds on their T side.
So and time is running out.
Well, with how Titan are playing now, I don't see that as a very likely happening.
Okay, so there we go. They actually choose to go for that bomb side B. There's no one there to spot them just yet. No aggressive pushes from Hellraisers, but they're just holding the angles, and there's Dosha there. He's most probably going to get a lot, but actually that's Angel to step it up right here, and Dosha drops himself before doing, actually gets 1 frag. That's only 1 right there. Not really so bad for Titan, as they only bought up the pistols, didn't even get a single Kevlar, but let's see what they can do right here, right now. Kenny has 1-0-11. He has to step it up himself too.
Yeah, it's not often you see Kenny with only 1 frag at this point in the game.
Oh, good spray right there. Angel down to 86 points of health, but that still is no solid advantage, but that is Maniac with a headshot. Oh, there's someone coming in from behind. He still manages to turn around and get that frag. What a flick from Maniac 2 on his account, and it's looking like a good plan from Titan, but it actually wasn't even a plan. It was Hellraisers who walked right into their crosshairs. Now Kucha, the guy who always got something more than the rest of the team, this time only manages to pick up one and then falls. Dosha once again steps it up, but down to 41 points of health and is alone in that side B.
Adrena's actually going to go aggressive because he needs to find some information about what Titan are doing. If he goes down here, this should be an easy Titan round.
Ooh, doesn't manage to pull the trigger quickly in time, so he drops to 40 points of health, about 40 points of health himself. And then Kenny-S is going to drop to Dosha. Dosha, who else to win the clutch play if not him for Hellraisers today? Maniac up against Dosha, so Maniac, the guy that stepped it up this round with a flick shot, up against Dosha, who's stepping it up the whole night.
Very surprising to see this movement from Doja because he should have seen that he dropped the bomb on Kenny, and I think Kenny made a pretty gross mistake by actually running with his back turned around after Maniac actually realizes that Doja's there.
Yeah, but still, take a look at that. He's coming in from behind. Maniac is going to get caught off guard. Actually manages to plant the bomb and is going to hide in the site. Is he expecting Dosha to come in from there?
Very much seems like it.
Oh, but the bomb, I think... Okay, it is planted for him. Alright, what a great one from Maniac. Manages to win it. Manages to hold Titan in the game.
Yeah, so that becomes a very dangerous round because Kenny S watches it around and wants to back up towards B, even though Maniac has a duel going on with Doja, instead of just pushing forward and working with his teammate. And then Doja kind of overthinks things, thinking that Maniac is going to go B. And the fact that he didn't spot the bomb being dropped on Kenny, I think that was a really big thing, actually. I think he could have been way more patient about how he played that. But it works out for Titan in the end. Maniac, capping off a really nice round with the 1v1 clutch.
Yeah, definitely. Oh, Mao with an entry frag though, and he finds one more and is looking for even more existence falls. That's a triple kill with an AWP so quickly right at the beginning of the round to shatter Titan. Finally, Kenny-S with an answer. That's the guy that didn't really find too many frags overall on this map. This time manages to get the only that Titan get up until now. There's RPK behind the sandbags, but Dosha had that angle covered. And now with a crossfire, Kenny-S, what is he gonna do? Oh, he's not gonna do a thing. A great pop flash and a great peek from Angel.
Yeah, just soul-crushing round from Hellraisers, and Titan being sent right back to an eco after winning a round. So that's kind of been the theme of this game so far. And yeah, they're definitely in full control over this game, and this should be 10-3 or 11-3.
Yeah, it should, especially as RPK gets stabbed by one of his teammates, and that's not a thing that should very often happen when you need the rounds so badly. You said 5-6. 6 is now impossible. 5 also seems impossible as they are on an eco round. Well, it is a little bit of a force as they brought up the Kevlars. Actually, they use up all the money that they have, so they might even not be able to scrap it up for a full buy in the last one. And there we go, bomb side B take is coming. What a great molly from Dosha after all. I think he missed it, but managed to deal so much damage to RPK by missing a nade. That's an entry. Kucha also finds one. Finally, Dosha falls. Existence also with a frag. The bomb gets picked up, and the T's still have a lot of space to work with. But yeah, as Maniac drops, Existence is down to 6 points of health. It's not looking so good anymore. But they still have the bomb. They can still freely rotate. Oh, but Adren with that beautiful headshot on Kenny-S and Existence, the guy that was lowest on health, manages to stay alive as the last one. And he'll be looking for the bomb, he'll be looking for the plans, and he's just gonna go down to Adren. Let's take a look at the economical situation of Titan right now. No, that's not good at all.
This is pretty much complete destruction from Hellraisers. Titan, again, having to have a pretty awful force buy going into the last round. If your best hopes of things is getting 4 rounds on the T side of Overpass, you've not done a particularly good job up to that point. So, things are just not looking great for Titan at all, and Hellraisers seem to be cruising to victory.
Once again, the same as on Inferno, it will most probably go down to pistol round. If Titan manage to win it, they will hold themselves alive for a little bit of time. But winning the map might be out of reach at this stage. Angel misses all the shots, of course, as he was blinded by the flashbang. Still managed to put up a good fight, getting 2 people before going down. And it's a 4-on-3 in favor of Hellraisers, and Adren to drop the bomb finds Kenny's through the smoke. And Mao to cover the angle, actually got the shot through the wood right there in the sight. 12-3, the same scoreline, the same halftime score as on Inferno.
Yeah, and I don't see Titan getting that many rounds on their CT sides to bring it back either. I mean, I don't know what's wrong with Titan these days, but they're just not playing great CS.
And definitely not. And for Hellraisers, getting such a huge confidence boost, it's looking very well for the upcoming best of 2. They have to play yet another match today still. Remember guys, after Hellraisers versus Titan, we have Hellraisers versus Penta at 9 PM CEST. And it's already closing in, so we might not have too long of a break, but let's see. This match is what is happening at the moment, so let's think about the upcoming one a little bit later. The second half begins, 12-3 in favor of Hellraisers, 1-0 in the best of 2 overall. Titan lost their own map of choice and now trying to claw their way back into victory, into at least a draw, and a 1 point in the standings.
Yeah, Hellraisers are setting up for a slow A take here. Look at Apex. Apex is already, even though Maniac goes down here, Apex is on the hunt from behind.
Yeah, but still Kenny has got killed by Angel before Angel got killed by RPK, and Mao to come in with a headshot. Apex and Existence. Yes, there we go. dosha to shot him down with a burst right into his face. And Existence, the last man standing now in a 1-on-4. What can you do at this stage? Of course, you're going to go for the fight as there's not too much to be saved. Actually, a Kevlar and a P250 might have saved at this stage, but he instead finds 1 frag and goes down. The pistol goes the way of Hellraisers, and it might already be over.
Oh, no, this is definitely over. I see no way of Titan bringing this back. I mean, they had an okay setup for that round, even though Hellraisers are going pretty much with 4 people towards that A bomb site. They had Apex getting so much information by wrapping around. It's just, they can't hit their shots. Can't just get obliterated on that A bomb site without even buying time for his teammates to do anything at all.
And what a nade to start it off. Apex down to 58 points of health. That's not looking good for Titan at all throughout the whole best of 2. Everything's going the way of Hellraisers. And dosha also finds the frag through the smoke, just spraying it down the Mac 10. So 5-4. RPK and Existence with the scouts. So that's the hope of Titan at the moment. But they cannot help themselves towards a good position before Hellraisers manage to take the site, and actually Existence even takes a shot at his own teammate. Then finally Maniac peeks out with that deagle to put Mao into his grave, and it's a 3-on-3. All of a sudden still looking good for Titan. And there comes the UMP of Kucha to try and deal some damage. Doesn't manage to get the frag and falls back with only 12 points of health left, and Hellraisers have to go for a desperate plant right here. It's actually crumbling for them. dosha cannot hit that spray. Finally manages to kill Maniac. Existence down to 31. Misses 1 shot and that might have been over. Still manages to get dosha and Kucha the last man standing. But now comes the hard part. You have to retake the site and defuse the bomb. Kucha catches Existence, and RPK also falls. He had to push. The time was running out. He didn't have a defuse kit. And there was no other way of winning the round. Kucha knew he only needed to fall back and wait.
Yeah, a solid play from Kucher and valiant effort, I guess, from Titan. I mean, bringing it back to, or bringing it down to a 1v1 in the after plant. But as you said, with no kit, not a lot of time to play around with, and not that many options that you're left with if you're RPK in that situation. But Titan just have to be happy about the fact that they did quite a bit of damage to the Hellraisers team.
Wow, and they yet again stab each other. Kenny is down to 77 points of health. Apex drops right at the beginning of the round, so it might be, as you said, it might already be over. Existence hits a shot with the scout, at least deals some damage to Kucha. It might be an AK dropped and then picked up by one of the tighter players. And they went for a force buy with the Kevlars and helmets, so it would definitely be useful. But Existence drops, Maniac drops, and Hellraisers to take that bomb site A without any struggles. If they just find Kenny S, and Dosha is right on point with that one. RPK now the last man standing. He's going to walk right into the crosshair of Angel. 15-3. 12 match points for Hellraisers.
Yeah, no, it's going to take an impressive display from Hellraisers to actually lose this. Because that's the only way I see Titan actually getting back into this, if Hellraisers do something incredibly stupid 12 rounds in a row. And even then, you're only getting to overtime.
Yeah, and I remember TSM playing an overpass twice I casted, and every single time when they had a huge advantage, they just brought up P90s and went for 3-men stack towers on that bomb side B. But Hellraisers decide to play it completely serious until the very end. As you can see, they have that bomb site B already under control, but they lose a man. Angel falls to Kenny S, and the weapons get picked up by Titan. Actually, no, not really. They still cannot find the weapons. That hurts them a lot. Existence with the scout is going to get found by Adren, and that distracts Adren for enough time for Apex to come in from behind and find the frag. So Titan, they get around, they pick up the weapons after all, they find 2 AKs, but what now? Hellraisers still with the money to fully buy up, and they still hold to Apex's scout.
Yeah, and well, this is kind of going to be the narrative for the entire game. Like, when eventually Hellraisers is going to pick up their final round. It's more or less it, and Apex still, you know, not fully bought up as a scout. It's going to be super tough for them to hold, especially with the lack of nades.
Maniac with a good spray right there, gets one frag, but then goes down, and this might be Hellraisers winning right here, right now. Kucha with a double, and the bomb not yet about to be planted as it got dropped, but they are very close to planting it and to winning the whole match. Right here, Existence down to 22 points for Kenny, yes, with a backstab, and Existence with a frag too. So Titan's still in the game, but as Existence drops, they know where Kenny S is, and Hellraisers will just focus on him. He goes for the ninja defuse, but Dosha knows what's going on. 16-4 and 16-11 in favor of Hellraisers to get 3 points after this match with Titan, and they have to face Penta right after this one too. So let's see what goes there, but Hellraisers off to a good start tonight.
Yeah, definitely, and Titan just continuously slumping. I don't really think you could take any positives out of the 2 maps we saw, and the games we saw them play yesterday as well. They're just in a really bad spot, and I'm not really sure what it's going to take for them to get out of it.
Yeah, definitely not looking good for them at all, but we'll see what they do to pick up the pace in one of their upcoming matches. I believe they have one more match to be played in the league, so maybe they can still find themselves in that 4th spot, buy some chance and hold on to that lower bracket and get into the playoffs after all. But, well, after all, it's 2-0 in favor of Hellraisers right here, right now. In the next match, Hellraisers versus Penta, coming your way in about 10 minutes according to the schedule, but we'll see what it is realistically soon. So guys, don't go anywhere, don't turn the stream off, just tune in to some chill music, and I hope you enjoyed this one. My name is NeuroIntegrate, alongside with me has been Vendetta, and we'll also be covering the next match for you.